Hello, I'm Carl Stabe, and today I have Joanna Wiebe with me. She's the author of the Copy Selling System. We just finished up the full interview. Now we're at the 5 minute system. Thank you for being here. What's your 5 minute system?
So my 5 minute system is when you have a customer being created on an assembly line, you need two things that are briefly introduced at the beginning of the assembly line and then satisfied later. They are your unique problem mechanism and your unique solution mechanism. Now, this is a real mechanism, right? So when we think about this is like when you're thinking about what makes you different, what makes you unique. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, it's my feature." What we want to do is make sure that we talk about it in such a way that we can basically name it and claim it. That is the problem mechanism, which is what is the problem that is going on for customers. And then the solution mechanism is the named solution that's built into your product or your offering. Now, it doesn't mean it's a feature. It does not have to be a feature, but it often does come out as a feature. So some of the things that it can be are a rare, I'm going to give some examples, but it's often you could think about your unique solution mechanism. The thing mechanism is an intentional word there. It's a real operating function that makes your solution uniquely created to solve the unique problem of your customer. So obviously, this will mean listening to voice of customer data and determining based on that what their unique problem is and calling it something versus your unique solution mechanism. How does it solve that? So if we go back to like Lucky Strike cigarettes for all the Mad Men viewers of the world, so the problem mechanism there is like the concept of the sick stick. So I'm addicted to smoking, but chemicals in cigarettes will give me cancer. So that's the problem. Uh-oh, I'm addicted to a thing that will make me sick, the sick stick. Solution mechanism is actually that it's toasted, right? The Mad Men, it's toasted. Our cigarettes are made with toasted tobacco grown in warm southern fields. That's the solution mechanism, and you can just call it it's toasted. That is a solution that eliminates the problem. It doesn't actually eliminate it, but in the mind of the customer, it's now like, oh, this isn't a sick stick. This is toasted. So there's like a naturalness about it, right? So the refund calculator in TurboTax, for anybody who's used TurboTax, is a solution mechanism. It will show you in real time how much cash you can expect back. And that solves the problem of, oh, I don't want to do my taxes. It's such an expensive chore. As soon as you see the refund calculator, you're like, oh, I'm going to get some money back. That's cool. And that is that ideal solution mechanism. So we can talk about solution mechanisms across the board, but every product, if you're struggling to get people to care about your product, think about their problem, give it a name, call it something, and your solution also give it a name and call it something. And that solution can be, I'm just going to list off a bunch of things that it could be just to get you like thinking. So a rare ingredient, if you're in e-commerce, then some sort of rare ingredient. This might sound old school and tacky, but this like still works hard and most people don't do it. So it's a huge
Mm.
advantage for you if you'll do it. A resurfaced ingredient that like was used historically and then lost. That can go a long way. An exotic sounding ingredient, an ingredient only a small group of interesting people have been using for a long time. A signature system or a new system or an old system that's been made new. A system borrowed from an unrelated but successful industry. A superior enhancement to an otherwise dying system, a chemical composition, a newer, better framework, the uniqueness of the team that built it. When we think
Mm.
about Dyson, right, and how that was a big part early on of what made Dyson Dyson. And then they also had the solution mechanism of the actual way that the thing was built. So they
Mm.
doubled down on solution mechanisms with both of those between the founder and the actual product itself and how that was built. So these are the things that we're looking for. Even a brand's origin story can be its unique solution mechanism if it solves the problem that the prospect has. And that really does require that you think about the prospect. So one example that I give in the book is I have a friend who started a pizza company, and it was based on New York City pizza. And he shipped in water, tap water, filtered tap water from New York City to make his pizza. So it was authentically New York City pizza. And so that's a solution to what kind of problem, though? That's a problem for a prospect who's like, they don't want to order chain pizza. Their social job to be done is really important to them. They want to like be trying something different and impressing their friends with like, this is New York pizza because it's made with like water shipped in from New York. Yes, it's been filtered. That sort of thing is like now we've got the problem mechanism is like chain drain pizza boredom, and the solution mechanism is like the dough New Yorkers know. So that's where we want to get to in order to
Mhm.
really help people understand the difference that your product brings to the table.
Oh, I have so many good ideas. Once, like in our interview, ideas were popping, and now just then I was like, "Oh, I don't." The dough that people know, is it
New Yorkers know. The
that
dough New
New
Yorkers
Yorkers
know.
know? Yeah, and it rhymes, and it's a phrase that people can remember.
Yeah.
All right, I got so much work to do now, but thank
Good.
you, thank
Awesome.
you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.